My name is Michael Cross. I'm the author of the new Wood Technology textbook. It's its second edition now, and it's bedded in with the new junior cycle. This is a completely new edition in line with the needs of the project and the needs of the exam for junior cycle. Some of the main aspects of the book, this new improved book, there's a CBA chapters outlining approaches to the CBA and given two examples of each of the CBA 1 and CBA 2. There's also a chapter dealing with a sample for a junior cycle project, which is the final project that students do in year 3. There's a much greater emphasis on sketching and step-by-step sketching throughout the chapters of the book, which helps to guide and support students in developing the sketching skills in the book. There's 12 new projects done in the book and in coordination with Padraig Kenny. These are projects that are being done in schools and by students, and they also are reflective of the different skill sets that students might develop. Things like laminating, carving, wood turning, and so on. They are graded so that they're from more simple to more complex projects. Each of the chapters has a link to a PowerPoint presentation with short questions that the teacher might use with the students at the end of each chapter. That was a thing that was available in a previous Wood Technology book that we have written. Each chapter has end of chapter questions which are closely aligned with the questions in the exam style questions at the end of chapters as well. And the teacher's resource book has the answers or the solutions to all of those questions for teachers to draw on with their classes. The package itself includes a new textbook for students, a student activity book, and a teacher's resource book with planning documents for the teacher, as well as 6 new assessments for the teachers to use with their classes in year 1 and 2 and 3, so 2 for each year. They also have templates for students to use in terms of reflection at the end of each chapter. The package also includes a range of digital resources available, which would include the PowerPoints for each chapter, SolidWorks drawings for a number of the common joints that students would produce as they go through from 1st, 2nd and 3rd year. It also has an exam guide, printable templates for the teachers to use with students. So there's an awful lot there for the students or for the teachers to fully develop their classes and to work with students throughout 3 years. There's also within the textbook there are 2 chapters on the CBAs, the CBA 1 and 2, which guides the student through the CBAs, and again gives 2 examples of student type CBAs for each of the 2 CBA 1 and CBA 2. The things I'm delighted about are the projects. The projects are indicative or cover areas that students would work to, so that the different skills that they would develop, the carving, the wood turning, pyrography, bit of laminating, and again those projects some of them are simple, maybe for 1st year, and they're working up in complexity. The sample folio is a thing that I think teachers and students particularly will find very useful, because it's a guide to how to approach the project folio, which can be daunting, particularly for students in 3rd year as they embark on their final project. And it's also helpful as a guide to do other projects, the smaller projects that they do from first year and second year on. The emphasis on sketching throughout the book. There are elements where there are sketches being used, step sketches shown, so the students are kind of guided through the sketching of tools or different elements within the book. And design is another big aspect of the book, so there's a step-by-step elements in the design chapters. So the design chapters have been broken down into different steps, and showing students what's involved in investigation, what's involved in the design ideas element of the approach to projects and so on. Students are asked to reflect their different activities throughout the book, and one of those things would be maybe group work, where the students get together and think and reflect on different things. But reflection is a big piece in junior cycle per se, and the book emphasizes that, and there is a reflection exercise at the end of each chapter in the activity book, again to develop that sense of reflection, that capacity within students to reflect on their work and see how they can learn and how they have learned from what they've done in the last couple of lessons, or by reading the last chapter or those exercises, and that goes on to prepare them well for reflection in the project work in third year. Within the book, there's little boxes for definitions, for key facts, for key tips, and so on. And there's also where sustainability is so important now and it particularly relevant to the subject of wood technology. So there's little boxes emphasizing sustainability where it comes up throughout the book, so that to emphasize to the students, that whole sustainability, and to think carefully about the resources that they're using and so on. In the digital resources, there are PowerPoints, there are SolidWorks files of different joints, there's SolidWorks files of the 12 projects, and the drawings of the 12 projects the teachers can use. They can print them out, they can adapt them into SolidWorks files. You can go in and they can change them if they want to change the sizes and so on. So there's the flexibility built into that. Within the book, there's again those little boxes I spoke about. There's links to videos. Now, there's 80 videos, or more than 80 videos throughout the book, and again that's there on the digital, so that the students can link into different aspects of wood technology and trees and sustainability as they go through, and they can they can dip in and out of those things, so they're there as well. All of those projects are online, so the teacher can use them in the class. The student could have the activity book at home or in their locker or whatever, So it isn't that they have to have the book with them the whole time. So we made it as flexible for both the student and for the teacher as possible.